Hey guys, it's Chris the BSC. How's everybody doing tonight? I just am going live, kind of an impromptu show tonight, just to kind of hang out and chat with you guys. I've been working on some projects today. I did some editing today, and so just wanted to hang out and see, if anybody had any questions for me, or if anybody had any conversations that they wanted to talk about, or topics that they wanted to talk about tonight. So again, it's just kind of a hangout show. No agenda, just hang out and talk to you fine folks. So again, hope everybody's doing great, and we'll give it a few minutes for folks to join in. I didn't really promote this at all. Anyway, I was just thinking I would go live, taking a little bit of a break from all the other stuff. Nathan, how's it going, Nathan? What's up, Batman statue collectors? Hope you're doing great. Chris and Logan's popping on. Thank you very much. Brotherhood member, thank you. Happy Saturday night, Chris. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm excited for tomorrow, Super Bowl. Wish my Chiefs could have been in there, but that's okay. But anyway, I don't know. It's been a fun day today. Hope you're having a good day too, guys. Hey, Brad. Funny, I was alive at the same time. Well, I'm glad that you're alive at the same time. That's great. Or were you live? Live or alive? I guess you're both. Hopefully, we'll see. But thanks for being here. Anyway, yeah, I was working on some videos today, working on some projects. I'll give you a little teaser here of a project there. Look at that. So a little bit of a teaser, little mini project that I'm working on. Bought some other things for the Bat Cave today, so I'm excited about that. So anyway, can't wait. Again, it's just kind of a Q&A tonight. Just want to talk with you guys. If you guys have questions for me, or if you are, just wanting to, if there's a topic you want to tackle, let's talk about it. I also invited the Rogues Gallery crew if they're available. I have no idea if they are or not. So some people might pop in, they might not. We'll see. Weapon X is here, says, what's up? Hello to you. Thank you very much for being here. Paulie's Hideout is here. Good evening, Chris. Happy Saturday. I sent a PM to you on Instagram. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Make sure I haven't missed it. Slim Boss is here. What's up? How's it going, Slim Boss? Thank you for being here. Christian Logan says, you decided on getting custom shelving. Well, so I did have, again, I'll address this in a video, but I did have a contractor out. He's still working on plans and things. The problem with custom is that it would be very uniform, which would look great, but I'm worried about separation. I'm worried about creating different lines. So I've got like the Samurai line, I've got the Prime 1 pieces, I've got the Joker bust. I like everything to be kind of separated out. And so I am worried about that. So, getting the Samurai line, I've kind of have a new life for the white shelves. Sorry about that. I've got a new life. And so I'm trying to make things work with what I have. I'm also going to do some different things with this space here. That's a kind of a secret project that I'm working on. So I might go custom still, but I'm trying to make what I have work with the pieces that I have. I need to be flexible in doing this channel. And so I just have to do that. I have to do that. So we'll see, but great question. Stephen Warren is here. Hello to you. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Hope all is well. Doing great. Again, just taking a break from editing. And my wife and I just watched the Marry Me movie with Jennifer Lopez. And wow, Owen Wilson. We just watched that to take a little bit of a break. And so thought I'd pop on afterward. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was pretty good. Josh Duckwall, a member. Happy Saturday to you, Josh. Thank you for being here. And thanks for supporting the channel. Captain Trenchcoat, man, all the members are here tonight. Thanks for being here. Says, hey, guys. Brad Ladner says, do you think they'll make a Samurai Kite Man? I do not, Brad. I do not think so. I don't think anybody's going to make a Kite Man unless it's part of that Harley Quinn animated series. I could see them doing a small figure of him because he's funny, but we'll see. Weapon X, Samurai Nightwing. Man, I was looking at him today, as was Robin. I really like both of them, but I tend to get them and then sell them. Although it could be a thing where I have it for a while just to see what I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should go there? I have ordered Scarecrow, and I know it's not everybody's favorite. But I have ordered Scarecrow, and I'm thinking that maybe Penguin can fit in this gun case here. Possibly, if this is what I continue to do with the setup. So we'll see. We'll see. Papa Shimmy Comics Tom says, hi, what's up, Chris? Can you scan the entire Samurai line just to see the entire line you have right now? Again, I am going to do a video of this, but I've got Deathstroke, Ivy, Joker, Orochi, Batman, Original, Bane. And then again, this is my project that I'm working on tonight, opening up this cabinet a little bit. I'll obviously need to finish it, but I've got Harley and Shugo Batman. I've also got Catwoman that I haven't unboxed. She's in the other room. Probably, I don't know. I've got a really busy week, kind of a crazy week this week. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to Catwoman yet. But anyway, that's the line I have. Again, I've got Scarecrow coming and also possibly Penguin. I'm also maybe going to order Red Hood. Again, I don't have very much space left. So I'm going to have to be really choosy unless I create a whole nother display for them. So great question, Papa. Slim Boss says, I've got a question. Why don't you say your Dark Knight of Collecting in your opening anymore? I was saying that just kind of as a tagline type of thing. And I don't know, some people were commenting that they were getting annoyed with it. So they thought it was dumb. So I don't know. I just quit. So do you guys like your Dark Knight of Collecting? What do you guys think? I could put that back in. Let me know. Brad says, I saw Marry Me today too. Oh, there you go. I thought it was good. What did you think, Brad? I thought it was pretty good. Nelson, hey, Chris, how are you doing after surgery? Hope everything is good with you. Thank you for asking. Surgery went very well. For those of you that might not know, I did have gastric sleeve surgery, bariatric surgery. My wife had it done a year ago, actually about a year and a half ago now. And I'm 6 months in. And I'm down about 75 pounds. It's a slow loss. You're just able to eat less. So like, whereas before, let's say I went to Taco Bell or somewhere and got, 3 tacos and a burrito and something else and chips and a drink. Now I can eat 1 taco and that's it. It's just a lot smaller portions. I still also try to get more protein. I try to avoid the carbs where I can, but, so it's just a lifestyle change. We just went to Disney and, I used to get Cokes everywhere and these big giant snacks. And instead this time I got water and kids meals. So it's, it's just, again, it's a lifestyle change, but I feel better. I've lost, again, 75 pounds. So that feels good. But anyway, great question. But Nelson, I'm feeling great. How come the Detective Comics 1000 didn't make your most anticipated list? Oh, are you talking about the, I don't know. I think I thought it was maybe on there. Maybe it wasn't. But I think the problem is that I'm getting the Fabok Batman versus Joker, which is a big giant diorama. So I think the fact is I just don't know if I need both. Obviously the Fabok Detective Comics 1000 is going to come out way before the Joker versus Batman. At least I think it will. So I just don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm as excited. I'm also really worried about the cape. My friends, the Rogues Gallery guys and people in the groups, they have said, hey, Chris, that cape is massive. It's going to block everything behind it. And so I could see it being a standalone piece, possibly on the side over here somewhere. Again, the cave is in transition. So I just don't really know yet 100% if I'm going to be able to make it work. I have not canceled it yet, but I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. Paulie's Hideout says, I personally can't wait to see that Samurai countdown you mentioned earlier. Yeah, Dan and I are going to do a countdown show where we count down our top, whatever there is. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should just do ones we have in hand? Or do you think we should count down the whole entirety of the line? From our favorite to our least favorite, I guess least favorite to our favorite. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know what you think. Josh says, think we will get a reveal of Joker or Harley that will go with the White Knight Batman soon. I do. Having the White Knight in this cave, and I shipped it back today. It was very difficult. But, having that in the cave and realizing how incredible it is. Obviously, it got a very good response from the community in terms of views and people, interested in watching those videos. I know XM was really happy with those videos as well. Obviously, they get to promote their products this way. But I think that they will definitely do a Joker and a Harley that'll complement that base. It would be really cool if you can create a neat diorama, or even like have the Joker, since the bridge is at an angle, even have the Joker up above it somehow. That could be really cool. I'm sure they're working on it. I mean, I know that they've said that they're going to do those. So it's really, really exciting. Samurai Red Hood is amazingly done. It is. And, I keep saying over and over again, like, okay, well, it has to be a villain. I wish I could make Red Hood a villain. And, people bring up the fact that, well, Catwoman's not really a villain anymore. And I got her. So I think there's a good chance that Red Hood will end up in the cave. I really like it. He's not like a favorite character of mine, but I definitely like him way more than like Robin or Nightwing. So I can see myself pulling the trigger. And I don't just mean the XM versions of them, but just the characters themselves. I really like Red Hood's look, and that he's a little bit more brash, and he's a little darker, and so I'm almost positive I'll probably end up with him. It'll just depend on space. Josh, yeah, that Poison Ivy. Are you talking about this one? They're both good. This one, I mean, both Ivies that I have. Actually, I have 3 Ivies in my collection right now. The Sideshow, which I love, the XM, which I love, and the Prime 1, which I love. Hey, J Rod, hello to you. Welcome to the show. Let's see. We like. So are you saying you like the Dark Knight of collecting? Let's see. Brad says, I liked it. Honestly, got choked up when she had the sign at the end. Yeah, that was cute. Spoiler alert, but yeah, it was really good, Brad. I don't look over. Well, thank you. I hopefully not right now, but I did. My heaviest weight was 306 pounds. Before I got the surgery, I was 276. And so now I am, just slightly over 200. I'd like to get down a little bit more, but thanks. Yeah, I know. I was actually, because this was so impromptu that I was like looking through my thumbnails, and I'm like, I didn't have time to do a new thumbnail. So I might, after the show, replace it. We'll see, but we'll see. Bat Beast, did you get your tickets for the Batman yet? No, I haven't. And the reason is because I live in a small town, and you just don't need to do that. It's not going to sell out in our town. But I will hopefully be there day one, if not day 1, day 2. We'll see. But I definitely want to see it in the theater for sure. I know some people are waiting for HBO Max, but we'll see. Jim says Samurai is the way to go. I love it. I didn't, though. I didn't love it at first. I didn't get it. And there's a lot of people, like somebody posted in the Facebook group tonight. They're like, I don't like it. How many of you like it? How many of you don't? And it's more people that doesn't than likes it. But having them in hand, they are just so incredibly, they're fine art. I just can't explain it. It's just more like fine art than other statues that are comic book based. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I love all of these, but they're all different. And that's what I love. I was looking for different, and that's why I went Samurai. Didn't you get your tickets for March 1st? Is this one more thing I'm going to make? Yeah, you can make fun of me, Brad. I have not bought the ticket. Again, I just don't need to. I'm hoping to be able to see it, and then maybe Wichita, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from here, Wichita, Kansas. They have an IMAX, so I might try to make that happen. I did see The Dark Knight for the first time in IMAX, the very first opening night. So hoping to see it that way as well. Nice. A lot of March 1st. That's great. Steven says, I would do both. I think that would be cool to see. Oh, are you talking about, sorry, I'm probably just getting caught up. Are you talking about the countdown show? We'll block that user there. Had a little spam there. Sorry about that. Justin says, thanks for the live stream. I tested positive for COVID today. I'm sorry, Justin. That sucks. And I'm quarantined. Your live stream is helping me get through the night. BSC community is amazing. Thank you very much, Justin. And I'm thinking about you. Hopefully it's very mild. I don't know if you're vaccinated or not. I'm like me. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm boosted. I work in an elementary school, so, you have to be just because there's so much sickness sometimes. But anyway, Justin, I hope you're feeling well, and I hope you get through it quickly. The Inferno. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Does your son ever come with you with a statue he thinks should be added to the collection? We do talk from time to time. He was real interested for a bit. He's in his teen years now, and so he's kind of, thinking of his own stuff, and he's interested in video games and learning the guitar right now, taking guitar lessons, and he's very, very good. He can see it, play a song once and have it memorized. It's really incredible. He plays a lot of rock music because that's what I love. I'm a big rock and roll fan. I used to go to, concerts. I would go to like 20 concerts a summer back in the day. My favorite is AC/DC, which is, again, why I do the Brotherhood of the Bat, rock and roll. And it's also this, it looks like Batman's head. So that's why we do Brotherhood. And so he's learning the guitar, and he's learning all the songs that I love. So it's actually really pretty cool. But he does do some stuff with me. He always comes in and checks out the newest statue. It's like, that's cool, Dad. So, he's a little interested at times, and other times not. He's a teenager. A Samurai Huntress has to be in the cards. I would assume so. They haven't done too many females. What have they only done? I guess they've done 4. So I know they're going to do Batwoman next, but I can see a Huntress for sure. I think it'd be kind of cool with the purples. Team Mitchell is in the house. Hello, evening BSC. Glad to see you're doing well. Looking great, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Again, I feel really good. I'm to the point now where I'm 6 months in where I can actually start lifting a little bit. You're not really supposed to lift, and so I might do a little bit of that, but they kind of recommend you take it slow because your body is just super adjusting to everything. So again, I'm still getting there. I'm still learning every day, but trying my hardest to do well. And I feel better. It's nice to be able to fit in extra large clothing instead of, 3 or 4X clothing. So that's pretty nice, getting a new wardrobe and spending my statue money on clothes. That's not always fun, though. Scan D AR says, and Brotherhood member, by the way, thank you very much for supporting us that way. Again, if you're interested in becoming a member, just hit the join button down below, guys. Thank you. Now that you appreciate more of the samurai aspect of the line, have you think on getting Shogun? 100%. I really like Shogun. I love the base. At first I was like, I don't really, do I want a horse in my collection? But it makes sense with the statue line. I think they all look very good together. I just don't know if I have the room. But I would love to have it. I would love to have it because everybody swears by it. So I would love it. So if you know anybody that just wants to send me a Shogun, I'm not going to turn it down. Nick Invader's collection, another Brotherhood member. Man, you guys are out in full force tonight. Thank you, guys. Hey, Chris, now you're the most hated guy to the samurai. I seem like it. Like, it's crazy. Like, I start, doing these samurai videos, and everybody's like, I want to buy this. I want to buy that. But I feel proud of that because hopefully I'm influencing other people to see how great they are and to appreciate the artistry of them, the storytelling aspects of them, because that's, again, what I love about them. They're just something different. And again, I know you're probably getting tired of me saying this, but I was looking for something different. That's what I felt. There was something missing in my collection, and this was it. That Bane right there. That was it. I mean, this Bane is just incredible. Let me angle it up a little bit so you can see him a little. There you go. You'd rather be looking at Bane than my face. Let's see. Invino says, information about waitlisted on Prime 1 Studios. What is the likelihood that it will convert? There's actually a video coming out real soon about that that I talk about. But Prime 1 I'm not as familiar with. Likelihood, it seems like pretty good at Sideshow if you get on pretty quickly. If you wait, sometimes not so much. But it depends on which piece. Like, which piece are you talking about, Invino? Nick Aveda's collection Brotherhood member says, this peeps are crazy. It's personal taste, of course. Yeah, that's the thing is art is always in the eye of the beholder. And so it really just depends on, what you love. Chris, I was on the fence on the Samurai line. I just purchased the Batman and Joker set. Thanks for your reviews, which pushed me over the edge. Thank you very much. Like, I love hearing that. Again, it's just something that I think you don't really appreciate until you get it. Again, Jeff Delaney, Dan Default, guys like George Raw, Nathan Chaffman, those are all like samurai collectors that I respect and look up to. Their displays have been incredible. I've been inspired clearly by them. And they just said, get Deathstroke, get original Samurai Batman, and just see what you think. I did, and then boom. I just knew I needed more. And it was one of those, again, it was just one of those things where you just have to see them sometimes to appreciate them and to understand, again, they're not for everybody. They're very, very different. But they just look so dang good together. And again, they tell a different Batman story. Somebody in the group was arguing about, like, it's not original. It's not an original idea. Like, yes, it is. I don't know how you can say it's not an original idea. It's Batman in different, it's a different version of Batman. It's a very, very unique take. And I know that XM did it out of kind of desperation. They wanted the DC license. They weren't obviously able to get the comic book pieces at the time, so they created something unique. And so Sang and Ben, Brian, I commend those guys, all their artists. I mean, it's phenomenal. So yeah, Steven, I think you're talking about the countdown show. So I think we could do that. Dan and I are really excited about it. So we'll see. All right, Justin, again, I hope you feel better. You'll get through this just fine. I just had a classmate, again, I don't want to get into that, but a classmate was not vaccinated. And he just died at 43 years old. So it's just sad. Hey, we got a crasher here. I like it.
How's it going?
Doing okay. How about yourself?
Doing really good. Just saw you were on and thought, what the heck? I'll join in.
Well, I appreciate it. Let's get a little different background then. We don't need samurai. Here we go. So how was your Saturday evening?
Pretty good. We just got back from a play at my son's school. He's doing tech work behind the scenes on the plays at his high school.
That's cool. What play is he doing?
They did Harvey. You ever seen Harvey?
I have not, but I've heard of it.
The old Jimmy Stewart movie.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was funny. It was really good.
That's neat. And I love that he's doing the tech stuff, because that would be stuff that's what I would want to do now.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, like just all the behind the scenes, the graphics or the production side of things.
I've tried to nudge him on stage, but he's more comfortable doing the tech stuff.
No, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll get the bugs. Like my wife, she was kind of the same way. She was kind of the behind the scenes stuff in high school. And then she got the bug and did some parts. So
yeah. I kind of regret that in high school I wasn't more active. And so I'm kind of encouraging him to get out there and try new things.
I am the exact same way. I regret it every day because I was, a very shy person. Like I couldn't talk to people or look people in the eye in high school very well.
Right.
And it was mostly because I worked in customer service those later years where I, worked with the public and which led me to eventually talking to thousands of people on YouTube all the time. So, it's the same with you. It's, it's interesting how things change, but I hope that he, hopefully he'll get to that point.
I hope so. I had like this really narrow group of friends in high school. I'm trying to tell them, meet lots of people. You know what's something else I did in high school? And this has nothing to do with statues. I was always going after girls that were already taken.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
That's a big old waste of time. So I'm encouraging him the whole plenty of fish in the sea thing.
Yeah, you want to avoid that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You don't make a lot of friends doing that either, I would imagine.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, anyway, so I just popped on randomly, just doing questions. So if anybody has any questions for Jeff, again, Jeff is Secret Sanctuary, and congratulations on your Superman.
Thank you.
By the way, I see him back there. That's awesome. He's tall.
He's 20.5 inches. So he's tall, but I mean, Wonder Woman, the 1/6 is going to be 27 inches.
It's nuts.
So, so these 1/6 pieces are getting bigger and bigger.
Now, I can't remember, did you end up ordering Wonder Woman or not?
I haven't yet.
Are you thinking quarter or sixth?
If I order her, it'll probably be quarter.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to get away from 1/6. But it's hard because there's some just good stuff coming out. So.
Well, I mean, I think one thing is that we did like 1/6, and it's still a great line to collect. But however, now that they're offering options, with XM and Tweeterhead specifically, it's, I think majority of people do collect the quarter scale. And I would imagine that they would the companies would prefer us to buy the quarter scales, just in terms of it's, they make more money for them. And
the price difference isn't as big as it used to be.
It's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
How close they are.
So it's kind of like, the Wonder Woman, the quarter scale is only what, 610 or something like that, or 615.
Yeah.
And it's 37 inches tall.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
For sure.
Bat Beast asks, when does your Prime 1 Harley come in? I'm hoping the deluxe one I have on waitlist converts. This will be my first Harley. Well, so I did order from Sideshow. If you see channels like Mr. X, he's already reviewed her, and he got his from Sideshow as well.
Oh, wow.
But the problem is I got on the waitlist late. It did convert for the deluxe, but I'm guessing I'm probably going to be a second batch. So time will tell. I'm still really excited about her. I think that, some of the in-hand videos have been phenomenal. I think she looks really great.
I do too.
I'm a little bit worried about her height because where I'm going to put her, I mean, she might, tower over Batman, which worries me a little bit. But I still think she's really gorgeous, and I'm excited.
The portraits are outstanding.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw, Dan mentioned you a couple of times in our Poison Ivy unboxing when we were doing that the other night.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
And just because he surprised everybody because he live unboxed his Joker.
Oh, okay.
At the same time I did Ivy, and he kept bringing up, it's like, oh, I bet Jeff's feeling so bad right now about selling that darn Ivy, or at least selling her when you did, at least.
Yeah, that was a bad call. But I've made a lot of bad calls, so.
It's been brought up a lot though this week. It's just like so many people initially didn't like that line, or they were so late to jump on it, and now suddenly I've been doing these videos, and now everybody's like wanting them.
Right.
And which somebody said like earlier, like probably pissing off the entire samurai community because now there's demand for them now.
I would say no, because you have created the perfect firestorm if anybody wants to sell.
That's true. That's a good way of looking at it, because you can make some good money
raising the prices on these pieces. I mean, I don't want to sell mine. I only have 2 right now, Deathstroke and Batman. But if I wanted to sell, this would be the time to do it, because I think prices are going up.
Yeah, I think so too. So it's a win-win depending on how you look at it, or lose, or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, you having them again. I mentioned you earlier before you came on. It's like you're one of the people that pushed me into it, and I can't thank you enough, because
sure,
you just don't really understand until you get them.
On the original Batman, I wasn't even thinking about, I'm going to collect this line. I just absolutely loved the look of it from the moment I saw the initial. I'm not even sure if it was a render or a sketch, but I saw that and thought, I have to have that. And boy, oh boy, I'm really glad I got it. And Deathstroke, it's funny, I don't need a Deathstroke in my collection. I've been around long enough that I know when he was introduced. I read those books, but I don't have a big, strong connection to him. But just the design of that piece was so well done, and the base is so awesome. I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of people have mentioned that it just you could put that Deathstroke you could put him in any collection, like any other quarter scale, and he still looks like he fits in. Like even if you wanted to incorporate him into the Sideshow pieces, I mean, obviously it's a little stylized, but he still has that kind of that armored look, and so I could see
it's just a beautiful piece from top to bottom.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the best in the line, without a doubt.
Yeah,
beautiful piece.
What do you think of that cheetah that XM just revealed?
I actually think she looks pretty good. I don't love the second portrait. I don't love the cheetah head. What do you think? I don't know. It's just I really like the base. She's kind of thick. She's kind of thick.
Yeah, but the piece itself is pretty small. It's only 18 inches tall.
Oh, really?
And it's priced accordingly. It's a little cheaper than some of the other XM offerings lately. But yeah, no, I like it. I don't think I need a cheetah. So I'm not going to order it, but I can see why folks would.
I always wonder, like, characters like that, like, why did they do her before they did Batman, or why did they do her before, you know, they did a new Joker or something like that? Just some of the more popular pieces, and maybe they're still not quite there yet for those characters. But
maybe they planned it as a 1/6.
That might be,
you know, because they've already done Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So just to go with that, and then they decided to do it in both scales. So
yeah, but I did think it looks good. Again, I really like the base, and I think the paint work and the skin texturing looks really good. Like it looks furry, but
yeah, I'm not sure about the loincloth.
Yeah, I thought that was a little strange.
I don't think Sideshow did that, or Tweeterhead.
Yeah, that was a little different.
Yeah.
I was curious if that was a character design, because I'm just not familiar with her.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think Tweeterhead is pretty close to how she looks in the comics.
Okay. Lane says, Chris, hope you're doing good. I'm doing great, Lane. Ready One says, hey, Chris, have you got any more movie pieces coming? Yes. I've got the life-size Margot Robbie Infinity Studios Harley.
Yeah.
And the life-size Infinity Studios Joker. Heath Ledger Joker coming. I don't know if it'll be this year or not, hopefully. And then we also have I still have on pre-order that quarter scale Ledger Joker from Queen Studios that you're getting.
Yeah.
And also the Catwoman on Batpod. So
the 1/3.
The 1/3. So I still have some decisions to make depending on, the space I have.
Yeah.
Because that Batpod, I've said it before that if I had to choose between the Batpod and the White Knight bike, I would get the bike. So I just don't know if I'm gonna have room for both. Yeah. I haven't ordered the bike yet because, again, I'm just still not sure if I'm gonna have the room for it.
Well, the good thing is, if you did order it and decided it wasn't going to work, I don't think you'd have any trouble selling either one.
No, not even a little bit. And I will say this: I want to plug this again. I'm gonna do a video on this, but I want to and I can't remember if we talked about this the other night or not. But and Jim did a video recently. Somebody reached out to me 2 days before Jim did a video, and maybe he reached out to Jim too. I don't know. But there's a website called pirateship.com, and I have been doing quotes for people for years, and sometimes sending overseas. I was trying to send boxes back to XM, and I was quoted like $2,000 a piece to get them back to Thailand. Guess how much I shipped to another collector that's going to do a review, the Bat Bike. 2 massive boxes. We're talking 71 pounds and 68 pounds. Any idea how much it was total for the 2?
No idea. I wouldn't care to guess. Probably crazy.
Pirateship.com, $150.
So what is pirateship.com?
They search out the cheapest options.
For shipping.
Specifically, I've been going UPS ground.
Yeah.
But whenever you go to ups.com, that's not an option for boxes that big.
Right.
So it quotes these giant priority pricing.
Yeah.
And so basically you can go cheapest, you can go fastest, you can select whichever option. And I used it last week for my sale that I did. And it's incredible. It's game changing.
So what was the carrier for the $150?
UPS.
It was UPS?
UPS ground.
Wow.
150 total for the 2 boxes.
Huh. So I use I ship when I sell a statue, I ship from work because they have a corporate account with UPS.
Oh, so great.
Yeah. So I'd be curious what those 2 boxes would cost through my work. It might be similar.
It might be, but I think each one, or even like I was, because Ashley's getting the Batfleck bust, and her plan was to eventually drive here and pick it up to avoid the shipping, because we thought the shipping was going to be crazy. So I weighed all 3 boxes, and they are massive. Like, these are giant boxes, biggest boxes I've ever seen, and it was less than 500 to get 3 boxes shipped. So it's just, again, it's game changing for people that ship these things. They ship these big boxes.
Yeah. So how do they make their money? I wonder.
I have no idea.
I'll
I guess I'll let them worry about that. But I'm sure they must have deals in place,
Maybe.
to bring traffic to their, but pretty incredible.
So are you able to like create a label on that site?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It prints the UPS label. I mean, it's the same label.
And then you just drop it off at a UPS.
So you can select UPS or USPS or FedEx or whatever, and then you just print the label and drop it off at the place.
Wow, that's cool. I'm going to remember that.
Again, I'm going to do a video on it just because I think people need to know about it because it's game changing, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
J-Rod's asking, what is our most anticipated pieces of 2022 that you have on pre-order? Ooh, that's tough.
That is tough.
I think for me, it was that Ledger Joker bust, I think. I'm really excited for that one.
For me, and maybe you saw it on my video the other day if you watched it, but I have really evolved on that Dark Side Captain Spock. And that's due to ship this month.
Nice.
And I'm really looking forward to that. I hope I like it as much as the Red Titan guys liked it. That would be really cool if it's that nice. We'll see. But gosh, there's only a couple of weeks left in the month, so it should be pretty soon. Yeah.
And I think that'll just be a real testament to get you to review that piece, because I know you're going to be real fair and real honest about it too. And what you like and what you don't like. And I think the thing that worries me the most, just from those initial photos, is just the skin texture. Yeah. But again, some of the recent stuff I've seen, I've been really impressed with what they're doing. So
yeah,
I'm really hopeful for them. I'm hoping that they continue to succeed as a company, because again, they have incredible likenesses or incredible I can't say it. I was going to say licenses. Thank you. All right.
Yeah. It's funny though, because the Rad Titan video for that piece is the only video on YouTube for that piece. And they were reviewing a prototype.
Yeah.
And that video doesn't have that many views. It's got like 675 views, and it's been on there for months. So it just makes me wonder, is there just almost no interest in Star Trek statues out there?
Well, I also think it might be Star Trek because, there's not ever been very many. So I don't know if there's like a big collectible market for them. If you're a Star Trek fan, you might not even think, a statue.
Right.
You might get the props and some of the, the posters or the art prints or some of those things, but
yeah,
maybe it'll just take some time for collectors to realize, oh crap, look at this. This is neat.
Maybe so. They're continuing the line. They got Picard and they've got Kirk coming. So
yeah. So I could see that maybe being part of it, or just that people haven't heard of that company yet, so they don't click on it. It's like maybe when you see Prime One or you see Queen Studios now, like people click because like, oh, what's new from them? Right. But if people aren't familiar with Dark Side, maybe they're just not familiar with that, so they won't click it. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. I guess the other one I'm really looking forward to is that XM Swamp Thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cannot wait to see your review on that.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome. Nelson says, I wish they would make a Samurai Ra's al Ghul. That's going to be a no-brainer piece. I asked one of the guys at XM, and I said, is that coming? And all he responded was with a big smiley face. So I would imagine that that's going to happen for sure.
You know what they should do? They should simultaneously release that with Talia.
That'd be awesome.
Just do them at the same time.
That'd be cool. Or even just have her as like a proximity piece or just something. It would be, I would love that.
Oh, you know what I read today, if you don't mind me interrupting.
No, go ahead.
That Quarantine Studios that put out that Deja Thoris, the one where she's standing up.
Oh yeah, that real skinny one. Yeah.
Yeah. So they posted on statue form today that she really needs a John Carter. ...
That's neat.
So clearly they've got that in the works.
That's really cool. Well, she must be selling fairly well then. That you can get her through Sideshow, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, you can.
So, that's exciting news then for.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, that could be fun. You think they'll do that at Sideshow to complement their Deja Thoris, or do you think it's?
Oh, I wish they would. Deja obviously was a good seller for them. It sold out fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if John Carter doesn't have the same appeal.
Well, no, not the same appeal. That's no. You
so
take a half-naked female, that's probably going to sell a little bit better than.
Yeah, but you know, if maybe I think that might be no licensing fee.
Well, that's true.
Just like it wasn't for Deja. So
yeah,
maybe they don't have to sell that many if there's no licensing fee.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Ryan says, good evening. Did you see Samurai Riddler silhouette? Oh, yes, I did. And it seems like, I don't know if you saw it. I'm assuming you did.
Yeah.
Some people were guessing, or I don't know if they have inside information, but they were guessing that maybe it was kind of like a monk theme, which I think would fit the time period really well. I am really excited to see the Riddler, although I'm not sure how excited I'll be to get him or not.
Right.
Just because I don't know. I really want a traditional Riddler.
Yeah.
And I do think that we will get Riddlers eventually in that form, but I don't know. I'm still anxious to see it. I just don't know. Like some of these, I think some villains will translate better in samurai form than others.
Oh, for sure.
Like we've been talking in the group this week about a possible Two-Face, like how great it would be to have like, like a destroyed part of the base here and then a clean part of the base here with like, I said, like if his like face was scarred up with sword cuts, you could do some things that look like he's going to fit in, but like Riddler, I just don't know. I don't know how.
Yeah. I think, I mean, what do you have? Like 8 or 9 pieces now from that line?
8.
So, but yeah, I don't think you should feel in any way that you need to be a completionist on that line. Just get the ones you love.
Yeah.
That's what I've done. And I don't feel any less for it.
Yeah. I was saying before you got here that, I do feel some pressure a little bit. And I feel like I do like them, but like Nightwing and Robin, like I think they're awesome statues. Dan testifies to them, how great they are. Robin's one of his favorites. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I tend to sell the heroes usually. And I don't know if I have the space. Like I'd rather have a space for the villain than the hero. Yeah. But like I look at Red Hood, I really like the piece. So I think, I might go ahead and dive in. But again, I don't feel like I necessarily need to get all the pieces.
Yeah.
I really like Shogun. I really like Shogun too, but I just don't think I have the room for it.
Shogun, I would have bought that piece if it wouldn't have taken up. So it would have taken up a full shelf on my Gladiator shelving.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't commit that much space to one piece. But I think that's just a fantastic piece.
It is. And it definitely is a centerpiece.
Totally.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What about Scarecrow? You gonna get Scarecrow?
I've ordered Scarecrow.
Okay. Yeah.
I really liked. I don't think I really appreciated it until I got it in hand. Whenever I had the sample, and then also just having Emil Carr on and him telling the story about what how he developed it and the thinking behind it.
Right.
I think one of the reasons I've fallen in love with this line is just I love the storytelling elements to it. Mm-hmm. You can look at it and you can understand what's happening.
Yeah.
It's not just a base. It's more of a story, and so I think putting them all together, especially seeing them all together. So I mean, there is a little bit of that completionist in me, a little bit that is like I really want these villains, but I liked it. I know it's not everybody's favorite, mm-hmm. And there are things about it that I don't love. And I maybe wish that there was maybe one more portrait to it, mm-hmm. but I don't know. Again, I think all of that together, finally sold me on it.
Do you think that XM should do a graphic novel?
That could be really fun. I think that would be neat.
Hasn't Sideshow done that with Court of the Dead?
Yes, I believe they did. That would be neat. I just don't know how many people would buy it. Like that's the thing is like, I don't know how much that costs to invest in something like that to get it made, but it'd be neat. It'd be neat to see what they could do with it. Kevin says, hey, Chris, I love your channel. I appreciate your positivity and enthusiasm. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's comments like that why I keep doing this. So thank you. Hey, Chris, just curious, does medical insurance cover the surgery you just got, or is that usually out of pocket? For me, I got it done in Mexico, and so it was all out of pocket. There is insurance things. Usually for people that get it done in the United States, it's usually like almost a year process where you have to go through all these tests and insurance and, all of these things. I had to do a little bit of that doing it in Mexico, but it was just a lot. There was no hoops to jump through. You just have to be, a certain BMI and a certain, this and that. And they, of course, they do tests whenever you get there to make sure, because they have had people down there and that you get down there and then they turn you away because you're not in good condition to do it. So anyway, great question though. Invino, Lord Soren, that's awesome. Very cool. Congratulations on that piece.
Huge.
Yeah. Lane's bringing that up too. I'm sorry, I'm really behind on the comments, guys. But he brings up the cheetah, which we've already talked about. Price point being over $700. Again, I think that's pretty impressive because usually their quarter scale pieces are a lot more.
Yeah, but again, I think it's the size. It's a smaller piece for XM. So
I mean, maybe that's a good thing. That they're doing a little bit smaller pieces, which is great.
Yeah.
Stephen Warren says it's going to be crazy. I'm going to have 2 of the biggest pieces in my collection this year. One I already have, which is the Hot Toys 89 Batmobile, and then the 89 Batwing. 2 great pieces. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
These are awesome.
Ashley was here at 822. So again, I'm really behind on the comments, guys. I apologize, but hey, Ashley, Samurai line is definitely original. I agree. I was saying how somebody in the group keeps saying that they're not original, and I'm like, I feel like they're very original. It's just such
that's weird.
I don't know. It's like, it's not an original take, or it's like, they keep saying there's no originality to it. I'm like, well, it's never been done before. Like it's a very steampunk mixed with, it's just, again, I think it's brilliant for what it is, but I'm like, I don't know how you can call it unoriginal. I
don't either. And I think that just as Amilcar really detailed why he did what he did with Scarecrow, I think the sculptor of each piece could do the same thing on whatever they worked on, as far as the meaning of the base and all that sort of thing.
I was watching an old Rad Titan video. I think it was from maybe 2017, and it was Geo interviewing the artist that did Harley, and just being able to see, like, he was talking about how Harley, whenever they were together, Joker would be coming out of the building, and Harley would always have her Vespa ready to escape. And of course, that's exactly what she would drive. She would drive this crazy, motorcycle.
Sure.
They're trying to pair it up to the Catwoman like that. But I'm like, I love hearing those stories, because then for me, the piece comes to life even more.
Oh yeah.
Where I told Dan something about like the Joker. They said that there's 8 or 9 heads, whatever it was, on the Joker, but there's one less, because the Joker's head is supposed to be the last snake. And it's like little storytelling elements like that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
That little bag that he has around his head is a bag that those Orochi would cut off the heads of their enemy and then bring it back in a bag.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what that bag is. Like, it's like
That's
little storytelling elements like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Are you getting the J&D Batman? I am not at this point. I'm still overall happy with my Queen Studios Batman. Although I do think it looks very, very good, but it is a lot more expensive also. So
what do you think? Do you think there will be a J&D piece on the horizon that might interest you?
I don't think, no.
How come?
The characters that they've done already are probably the ones that I would most be interested in.
Okay.
I would maybe be interested in a 3rd scale Two-Face if they did him. Or maybe like a 3rd scale Ra's al Ghul from those films, because no one's done those really. So I think that I didn't love their Joker. I don't think the likeness looks like him. I know some people swear by it. I just don't. I really like their Harley. I think it's a real beautiful, sexy piece, but I don't think the head sculpt, again, is just there for me.
Yeah.
I do think the Catwoman looks good, but again, I'm allegedly getting the Bat Pod. So I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody that I can think of in the Batman universe, at least. Oh, well, never mind. If they did a Keaton or Nicholson and it looked good, I would get those.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, just the fact that, again, Darkseid is doing those. So I'm hoping there's some competition, quite frankly. I'm hoping that these companies are getting the license finally, and they're like, okay, now there's going to be some competition. And again, what do you think about the head sculpts? Like, are you there with them, or do you still feel like they're all a little off?
Well, I haven't bit yet.
And I haven't bit it yet either. So it's that says something to me.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're quite there yet. I know a lot of the people, our fans, would disagree with that for sure. But I mean, if they came out with a a classic costume, Gal Gadot Wonder Woman in her regular costume, that'd be tempting if they got the portrait right. But man, those prices, I really am trying to keep a more reasonable price range on what I pick up.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I've not followed that rule very well lately, but.
Well, I mean, I have exceptions too. That Spock piece was $1,300, and Swamp Thing wasn't cheap, and yeah,
you make exceptions for the ones you really want. That's what we do. We sell if we need to make room, or sell if we need for funds, and that's what I just did recently. I sold some pieces that I hated getting rid of, but I needed to do it for other reasons. So,
did you see what I'm offering now?
What do you got?
I'm selling my Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman.
Are you really? So what did that? What
I've got a real problem with horizontal pieces. Displaying them.
Well, here's mine. It's lonely over there on a shelf. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going to put her.
Yeah. I mean, she looks tiny over there, but she's 20 inches wide.
Right.
And that's a lot of space in my display.
Yeah.
And so I decided to throw her up on my website.
Well, somebody will be lucky to get her for sure. And again, that's a piece that I'm excited to be giving away. Hopefully, whenever we get to 35K, which will be months from now. But
right,
it's just such a beautiful piece. So again, I have no doubt you'll sell her. I think probably pretty quickly. I hope. So if anybody's interested in that piece, do you have a price point, and do you have how do they get a hold of you?
You know what I'm doing? I'm selling it for the same price that it is on Sideshow, but for me, you won't pay sales tax, and I'm doing free shipping to the U.S.
Wow, great deal.
So altogether, you're saving like $70 or something like that.
Crap! I should have just bought from you.
Yeah. So I'm doing that. But the other thing I'm doing now, and this is for all the statues on my website, is I'm willing to entertain trading for slabbed comics.
Oh.
So if someone is short on cash, but they've got some slabs sitting around that they don't need anymore, they can shoot me scans, and I'll say, yeah, I'm interested in that, and I'll give you this much in trade.
Nice.
And they can say yay or nay.
That's a great idea. And if they want to get a hold of you, where can they?
Oh, Jeff Delaney 949@gmail.com.
Nice. Well, good luck. I hope that you have some good offers there. That's great.
Oh, and the website is detective27.com. They can contact me through there too.
Nice. I love it. Is Moducase Max the best option if I want third scale behind glass? I have never had a Moducase. I can't speak on that. I know a lot of people have been able to do a very similar look to Moducase with garage shelving. It's a lot cheaper. However, I've heard great things about Moducase as well. But I know the Max, a lot of collectors do use that. So, it really just depends on if you want to spend the money. It is definitely a clean look. If you like, again, some people hate the big cube look and some people love it. So it really just depends on what you're going for.
Don't they take a while to get? It seems like they're always on back order.
It seems like it's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just ordered 8 giant custom Moducase cubes, so I hope it's the best. It's expensive. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know much about them, but again, I hear good things. Lane says, Jeff, do you happen to have the classic suit Catwoman statue from 2017, the purple suit?
That's the one on the big old wide base where she's got the real voluptuous.
Yeah, I used to have that one.
I used to have that one, but I sold it a long time ago.
Yeah, I did too. I really liked it. I remember I had family up to the Batcave once, and I had her in the case, and like, who's the purple girl? Like, no one knew who she was. I like the purple. I thought it was actually, I liked the pose better than the black one, but because it was just like a variant, basically. It was like a different repainted variant of the suit version. But
right, no, the sculpt was great.
Yeah, it was great. T. Mitchell says that Superman looks amazing. Congrats. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, he says, I hope scheduled to come in about 9 months from now. They're talking about the Moducases. So yeah, it's a big wait. Oh my gosh,
9 months.
Big wait. My wait list for Prime 1 Harley also converted a few days ago. That's great.
Cool.
Thanks again for being here, Weapon X. I'm guessing you're gone now. I'm really behind on the chat, so I apologize. Let's see. Prime 1 Joker Dragon. Man, I do like that Joker Dragon piece. I do, again, kind of going to the samurai stuff. I'm kind of like, I really like that. Although I just don't love all the metal pieces. I mean, they're not for me, but
right. Me neither.
I do like that piece. Bat Beast. Have we heard anything on Prime 1 Talon? Nothing. The last thing we heard was that it will be releasing sometime in 2022. So they haven't canceled it yet. So I'm still.
Did they give it an edition size yet?
No ES yet. I know. Terrified.
Yeah.
Sean says, speaking of the Ivy Samurai piece, I found one at an incredibly reasonable price from a trusted member on the buy sell trade Facebook groups. Absolutely cannot wait to get her. Well, that's awesome.
Wow.
That is great. I'm sure I overpaid, although I actually got a good price shipped because she goes for well over $2,000. I don't know what you got yours for, Sean. But if anybody else knows of a Ivy, I know Dan's really looking for one and is ready to pay. So hit us up. Let's see. I'm thinking about getting the Prime 1 Batman versus Joker Dragon. What do you think of that? Oh, there you go again. So I do like it. I think it's really good. Again, it's just a different take. You know, it's kind of like this barbarian looking Batman against a serpent with a Joker head. So I mean, that's definitely an out there concept. And I feel like it's one that I think you can appreciate for the artistry of it, but I think also you have to really kind of love the source material. And I just don't love the metal series. Don't. It's just not my thing. What's the best way to get into the Facebook group? I keep getting blocked when I request, probably because my Facebook account is brand new. I don't know. Are you trying to get in the Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles group? If so, send me an email and I'll make sure you get in there. I don't know what's going on. The mods are really, really great. I don't know if you ever have any trouble with that in your group, Secret Sanctuary, but I don't.
The only thing that I ever stumble across is, and I've always have a hard time with this, is when someone requests to enter the group, but they're not a member of any of the groups related to statues or comics.
Yeah.
And that always makes me suspicious.
I get in our group, we get, tons of requests all the time. And I get friend requests constantly. Yeah. And I'm very choosy because I'll go look at their profile and they have 2 photos and 3 friends. I always get real suspicious. And in our group, if you don't have a profile picture, we don't accept you. Right. And again, I always look to see if you're a member of other groups or if you're if you have other similar interests, because again, we just have so many spammers anymore and fake profile accounts. So,
well, since you mentioned that, let me take this time to apologize to everyone in the group, because I get a lot of friend requests too, and I decline them all because my Facebook page is pictures of my dinner and vacation photos. It is not related to statues or comics in any way. It's my Facebook group where I do all that stuff. Yeah. So please join the Secret Sanctuary Facebook group. But please don't be offended if I decline your friend request, because my Facebook page has nothing to do with the stuff that you're interested in.
Well, and see, that's why whenever I originally started this, I created a separate Facebook account. So I did not really think it through, and I called myself my real name, but just spelled it a little differently. But I did that to keep my family stuff separate, my hometown page basically, and then to have an actual Batman statue collector profile. So
that's smarter than what I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I literally should have just called myself Mr. X or something, be a little bit more incognito. But I didn't really think that through at the time. But I really am Chris. So there you go. Nathan Chapman, we were talking about you earlier. Thanks for being here. I want to know where Delaney found the Fountain of Youth. Jerry says. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
It's that California sun, my friend.
It must be. That's it. It must be my parents' genes, I guess.
I love it. Nathan says, I used Pirate Ship today, actually. That's great.
Awesome.
Go Shippo is another one. That's good to know. Go Shippo. Jeff and Chris, what is your most prized CGC comics you own? Yeah. Mine's probably that Hush cover. I really like it with the Jim Lee signature and the Joker being choked out. I love that cover. Yeah. I bet you have some covers that are probably way nicer than that one, I'm guessing.
So my most prized CGC comic and I would dig it out, but it's buried somewhere. But is Batman number 18. It's the highest graded copy at 9.4. This is Batman from the 1940s, the original Batman series. And it shows Batman and Robin lighting firecrackers under Hitler, Mussolini, and Tito. And it's the highest graded copy on the planet. So that is absolutely my my greatest treasure above all comics and statues.
That's awesome.
Oh, let me tell you why. When I was like 14, a new comic shop opened up very near Disneyland.
Nice.
And I really wanted to go, but of course I didn't have my driver's license. And so I was bugging my brother, please, 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 can we go? And I actually ended up giving him a couple of comics to bribe him
Nice.
to drive me to the shop. And we went in, and in the case, the guy had a Batman number 9, which is the famous Spotlight cover.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great cover.
And Batman 18. The Batman 18 was like a 9.0 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God.
Awooga. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And my brother bought them.
Oh, wow.
And this is long ago that they were like $300 a piece.
Yeah.
So I have huge nostalgia for both of those books, which he eventually sold back to the comic dealer when he got out of Golden Age. So I definitely I have those two issues, different copies of those two issues, because they harken me back to my youth.
That's awesome. Well, that's what all this is about, right? I mean, all of this stuff, all these collectibles, they're, it's our childhood.
Yep.
In a lot of ways.
For sure.
A couple people are asking about live auction. We've talked about doing that for our next show. It really just depends. Like my week is crazy. I don't know if we ever nailed down an actual date or not when we're going to do Rogues. Because like I'm a teacher, so I've got parent-teacher conferences. And also I'm taking my son to a concert that night. We're going to go see REO Speedwagon.
Oh my gosh.
So that'll be real fun. That's the kind of concerts we get in my hometown. We get, which is very rare for us to get a concert. But
high school years.
Yeah, Ledger is, really into guitar right now. So he was really pumped about that. So we're going to do that. And
fun.
I just I don't know for sure. We might be traveling this weekend. If I don't go with the family this weekend, then maybe we'll have it like on Saturday night. I can't remember if you were available or not. I can't remember.
My brother-in-law's getting married on Saturday.
That's right.
It's an evening ceremony.
So it might just be a regular show. We might wait till everybody can be on to do the live auction. We'll see, but we'll have one soon. I promise, guys. We'll have one soon. You sold the Bat Bike. No, I didn't sell the Bat Bike. I was given it by XM to review and then send on to another reviewer. Right. I don't want to name that person yet in case they want it to be a surprise, but
it was not me.
It's not him, and you can probably figure out who I sent it to. At least one of a couple of folks, but we'll see. So anyway, yeah, I shipped it today, and that was heartbreaking to ship that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
B. Alex Thompson says my brother-in-law would love a Star Trek statue. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of Star Trek collectors out there for sure.
Yeah.
Have you decided on the 1/3 scale Fabok? Yeah, I talked about that earlier. Actually, I have not canceled it yet. I just don't know if I need that one and the Batman versus Joker piece. It could be a standalone, but a lot of my friends here have said that the cape is ridiculous. So, being able to display that in a proper place, it might be a piece I just get and try to make work. I don't know. I do that a lot and then regret it because selling it and shipping it and everything else
it's a pain.
Yeah, it's a
no
pain.
Doubt.
KC Toy Reviews is here. Hello, KC. Mega Color is here. Got some new names I'm seeing tonight. That's awesome. And again, 110 people watching right now randomly on a Saturday night. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And again, thanks, Jeff, for joining me tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody's backing me up here. Yeah, I sent it off to another YouTuber. I did ask if I could just buy that one from them because I did love it. But it is a production sample, and so they don't sell those, and so
right.
But I did try.
Yeah.
Chris, if you had to pick between Hush, Fabok, Batman, and White Knight, which one would you pick? I have some concerns about the Fabok Batman piece. just in terms of, again, space. The pose is a little bit wonky from the side, where he's kind of like, and the people call it the dollhouse base because of the forced perspective. Yeah. So I think I would probably, if I had to choose between those two, I'd probably go White Knight. Jeff, do you own any Swamp Thing comics you're going to pair with that XM statue?
I own a lot of Swamp Thing comics. I don't have the first appearance, unfortunately, at the moment. But yeah, I've got a bunch of Swamp Thing.
Russell John says, I'm curious what got everybody into this hobby. And I think we talked about it just a little bit ago. It's just, I think, nostalgia, overall. Just having a passion for comic books or, geeky media type things, I love all kinds of nerdy, geeky things, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Marvel. I mean, I love all of that stuff. And it's funny because like when we were kids, that was all stuff that kind of shunned us from everyone, that we liked that stuff. Yeah. And now it's so popular and mainstream, which is actually pretty awesome. It lets people feel like they can be part of this community and not have to hide in the shadows,
Right. Some people have the collecting gene and some people don't.
That's 100%. Mega Color says, does anyone here think the 1/3 scale Prime 1 Jungle Hunter Predator is overpriced? Yes. Are you talking about I think those are the bus ones, right? Those bus were crazy prices. People are saying got Spawn. That's cool. Collecting comics. That's cool. Wait, Jeff is not enabling Chris to get all of the samurai pieces.
Yeah. Got to be selective.
You have to be selective, especially when it comes to space. Yeah. But I mean, if I had the room, I'd probably want them all, just because I do think they're all really great.
Right. Well, when you see those, does Nathan have them all?
Nathan has. I think Nathan might. I mean, I think he's the least. I don't know if he's got. I mean, he obviously doesn't have Scarecrow and Penguin yet, but I think he might have them all.
Because when he throws up a picture, when George throws up a picture, it's just they do look awesome together.
And that's the thing is like they might look good standalone, but I think together, they just look incredible. There's Paula. Thank you for being here, Paula. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Inferno says I have about 150 statues and about 600 trades, hardcovers, omnibus. That's incredible. That's awesome.
That is.
Alex Thompson says, but I pull from anywhere, comics, cartoons, shows, whatever, but the character has to mean something. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, I really love the Nightwing statue, but I don't really have a giant connection to Nightwing. So it's like, again, I've always been drawn to the villains. And so that's why I do that. It's real easy to get off of that, though. It's really easy to, squirrel, and see what's there.
There are way too many squirrels in this hobby.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's every day. Let's see. I've been reading a lot of Image books lately. Yeah, a lot of good Image stuff. Nathan says, I loved Batman Ninja. I did too. I loved at least the first half. I thought it was good. It just got weird. I just didn't understand it, but I still like it. I still love those Prime 1 pieces too. I love the Samurai or the Ninja Batman and the Shugo Joker.
I saw that movie.
Not Shugo Joker. It's the what is that one called?
I forget what it's called.
But I like it.
I saw that movie with 6,000 people at WonderCon. And that was an interesting way to watch that movie.
Did people love it, hate it? What did they think whenever
they loved it? Yeah, and they had all the creators there, and it was pretty interesting. I agree, though. It's you got to be in the right mood for that movie.
Yeah, it's like I said, the first half I liked. I really loved the animation style, like that Joker Batman fight. I loved.
Yeah,
I thought it was very, very good, and I love the animation. But then the second half, I don't know, it got weird.
Yeah.
Kevin's talking about the samurai line. You have to appreciate the artistry of the samurai line, even if you don't like it. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, you can't say it's not incredibly. I mean, I said earlier in the show that I feel like it's more fine art than a lot of the other pieces I have.
Yeah, I agree.
$5 super chat from Django. Thank you very much. Batman is a franchise that thrives on reinterpretation, and the samurai line perfectly encompasses what that's all about. I could not have said that better myself. Again, it's 100% original. It is just a different take, just like every Batman movie has been a different take, or every cartoon has been somewhat of a different take. Comics are constantly reinventing themselves.
I wonder if they'll ever, and I assume it would be a separate license, if they'll ever try to do other characters in the samurai line, like Superman or Wonder Woman or something.
I don't know. I think that they could definitely go there. I think that they could do that. There was a push this week in one of the groups. I can't remember which one that people would like them to do a Samurai Marvel line.
Oh my
and
God.
they actually had a whole bunch of photos like that had already been done of all these different characters in that motif.
Yeah,
he looked freaking awesome.
It would.
And I don't know if, and maybe Marvel doesn't allow it, because of the license or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think that it could be really well done. And again, I don't necessarily want them to do that because I want them to keep focusing on the DC pieces, but
right.
It could open up a whole new can of worms. Django, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Any insider word on the half scale Prime 1 Dark Knight release? Nothing. I've heard nothing. Queen Studios is going to do a half scale Joker, which I am excited about. I don't love half scale, but I would consider that piece. And then if I do consider that piece, I'm wondering if I should go to that one the half scale Dark Knight, because I think it looks phenomenal. But
so they're doing a half scale Ledger?
Yeah.
Oh.
Queen is.
Oh, wow.
Paula, no, I did not cancel Arkham City Harley. I still love it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, though, because, again, it's going to be definitely a standalone piece. As you know, you received my Arkham Knight Batman, which was the very last one. So, I don't know. I really love her. I know Dan canceled her.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Space.
Red X says, love the Samurai line. Cool collection. Thank you very much. I was just showing some folks, again, it's a little teaser because I'm going to do a video on it, but there's the broken shelf that I just broke tonight. Oh. Adds a little bit more space there. So I'll clean that up, but it gives me a few more places to put some statues, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. Who has J&D Catwoman available for pre-order? You might check Todd.
That's a funny piece, man. I still can't get behind the unmasked portrait on that one.
Again, it looks real droopy to me. The lips are big, but I do feel like with the mask, it looks great.
It transforms.
It does. It transforms, but it's just something about it without the mask. It's droopy still.
Yeah.
Her eyes and her face just is elongated somehow.
And I know she has big lips, but the lips still look too big to me.
They look too big, especially unmasked.
Yeah.
Lane saying, I believe they're sold out. I mean, you might be able to find it. Just ask around. Sometimes there's people that can get them for you. Don't ever give up. If something says sold out, don't give up. You can sometimes still. It's amazing how companies sell out sometimes, but then they still have 500 they could still ship out. So
yeah, post on all the appropriate groups that you're looking for one, and sometimes you get a magic message from someone.
Yeah. Let's see. Ghostbusters Plus Collector, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for supporting us that way. Hey guys, any thoughts on the 1/3 scale Joker Joaquin Phoenix sitting down piece from Queen? Want it, but heard it's off from the prototype. I think that this piece is a piece that suffers from bad photos. I've seen some really, really good photos of it. I just don't know. Like for me, it's not. I think it's a cool concept. I think it's neat. It takes an image from that movie, and it's kind of a throne piece, sort of. I think they did that because it would complement the Ledger Joker that they did also. So, I mean, it really just depends. It is going to take up a lot of room, but I don't think it's way off from the prototype. I just think that there's been some bad photos.
I think that portrait really shows an attitude.
Yeah,
that we see in the movie.
Yeah, I do too. And I think you have a great piece from Prime 1 that's in Blitzway, although I think that the production was not as good as the prototype.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it could be one of those things where people thought that of the Joker, and I love it in hand. So it's like, sometimes it doesn't always photograph well, but that's a real smiley one. Whereas this one captures that, okay, I'm about ready to shoot this guy,
Yeah.
So I really like that too. Russell's going to sell a kidney for the Loki bust. So it's
It's nice.
It is nice. Again, it's a little less than $4,000, a lot of money. But man, if there was going to be a couple that I would buy for like a movie room, I think him and like maybe one Iron Man piece, that version of him, because he's my favorite character. I mean, I love Loki.
Yeah.
Or at least my favorite villain. Sort of. He's kind of good guy, bad guy.
Sure.
But
best kind of character.
Yeah, absolutely. But man, what an incredible bust.
Yeah.
Nicholas Capote is referring to what you said earlier. Horizontal pieces. Jeff, are you selling Deja Thors too?
I don't think I'll ever sell Deja. She might not always be displayed, but I think she's a keeper for forever.
Paula, Jeff unfortunately did sell that Ivy a number of years ago before it, before it was a thing. So I know he kicks himself to this day still, but
yeah.
Would you ever want to get her back if the price was right? Like, is that something you'd ever like? It's like, oh, but I know you don't have a lot of room for her, but
I probably wouldn't. There are other characters that I want more, and I'm very happy with the Ivy that I have from Sideshow.
There you go. Let me see. Yeah, Slim Boss, I think the Prime 1 Harley is probably in batches.
I'm sure it is.
I just think it's a shipping issue. I'm ticked off too. Like I wanted her yesterday, but I'm not gonna throw a fit. I'm just gonna be patient. That's what we have to do these days. You just have to be patient.
Same with this Superman. I mean, I think this is coming in batches. At first, I thought that maybe Sideshow got all of their exclusives, but I'm not sure they even got that because there's a lot of people saying I ordered from Sideshow way back in February and I didn't get a shipping notice.
Yeah.
So must be batches.
I think so. Nathan, Samurai Talon would be a no-brainer. Again, I don't know how different he would be from what it actually is, though, in the comics. So
right.
I can definitely see them doing him. I think, again, it would be, I hope, a good seller. I think it would be awesome. And again, I feel like he would fit in more with the line than like a Riddler would necessarily. So again, I'm excited to see the Riddler, but I just don't know. I just don't know how it'll fit in. Kind of like Harley. A lot of people don't feel like the Harley one fits in. Do
you know which Samurai piece has the lowest edition size?
You know what? I have not even paid attention to the edition sizes at all. I think Ivy had a 500. I think Scarecrow was like going to be 350 or 450, so it's going to be real low.
Right.
But I really don't know. I need to look into that and probably keep track of that.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. It's a good question. Hi, guys. Sending you all big thumbs up from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you very much. Little Aussie Collector. Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Nice. Thank you. Justin saying, I can't stop looking at that Tweeterhead Superman. So, yeah, it's a great piece.
Guillermo Barbiero.
Yeah, fantastic sculptor. Yep.
He's also doing that the John Stewart that Tweeterhead has coming out.
That's awesome. Great piece.
Yeah.
The Namek says, I saw Riddler sold out already on Iron Studios website, and he's talking about the 10 scale piece. Hopefully we'll get a 1/4 scale Riddler from other companies. Namek, I guarantee you're going to get them.
Man, what are the edition sizes on those 1/10 pieces?
A bajillion.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's just crazy. But I think also that people, I mean, that should say something.
Totally.
That people want a freaking, I mean, we're not just saying this over and over again. Like people want these. They're willing to spend their money on these.
Yeah.
And maybe the community will prove us wrong, but I feel like there is some demand for these classic iconic characters.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they just make one and never make another one again, that's great.
Yeah.
But
that Batgirl they revealed the other day, Iron Studios, that's a great piece.
It's a great piece, and it would make an incredible premium format.
Totally. I agree.
So I don't know. Yeah. This is live. This is live. At least I haven't frozen yet anyway, so that's a good sign. Of course, now I said that I'll freeze. Which is good that you're here because at least you could like talk people through it. Like,
yeah. That's funny.
Okay, all right.
You do that very well.
Let's see. It's good to know about the groups. I don't have Facebook, but I've been meaning to start a page for the buy sell trade groups. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is there's just a lot of great groups on there, and don't let Facebook scare you? Joining groups like Secret Sanctuary on Facebook or Batman Statue Collector, Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. I know Jeff and I are very proud that we run a positive community.
Yeah.
There are times where things get a little out of hand or somebody will make a comment that's not the greatest, but I feel like the community is very supportive. The groups that we've created and continue to grow. And so we've been real lucky. I feel like, there's some groups that have really not had very good luck with that stuff. So I don't know. Let's see. My wife just got me the Batman Who Laughs yesterday for Valentine's Day. That is fantastic. What a great Valentine's Day gift.
Wow. So romantic.
It is. But that would make my heart swell if my wife got me a statue. I mean, she has not done that yet. So that'd be pretty amazing. Hint, hint. Not that she's probably watching, but
yeah.
Wallace Berry says, smash that like button. I love the way this guy thinks. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, that is a great present. That's awesome. Did you get the Sideshow one or the Prime one?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, the penguin from Prime 1, if we ever actually get to see it revealed again. Fablock Batman. So we'll see.
I wonder when their next showcase is. Wasn't it supposed to be first quarter?
I did reach out to them because I was just curious on dates. And I kind of got a generic, I think spring sometime. Something like late spring probably.
So second quarter.
Yeah. Matt T says, half my collection is squirrels. Yes. Yeah. I mean, we've all been there. It's like, those are the ones we end up selling usually too, right?
Yeah.
But, and again, it kind of goes back to like a lot of times I did that video on the in-betweens. I don't know if you saw that, but it's like, it's like you're between statues and you're like, you just want to get something. And so it's like, squirrel, like, it kind of like that. It's like, I can kind of make that one work.
For sure. So
I think we all have that from time to time. I think you should prop that Harley on the moped up to slightly more on the level as the other pieces. So yeah, I think I was just testing it out. That's not where she's probably going to live. The Harley down there, I think she'll go back up where she was here before. But I just kind of wanted to see what would fit. Like right now I have Harley and Shugo Batman. I just wanted to kind of see what would fit down there. More than likely Scarecrow will go down there because he's got a smaller base. Yeah. It'll be pieces with the smaller bases. Maybe Catwoman will go down there. We'll see.
Right now it kind of looks like Shugo's going to take her out.
Yeah, he's definitely, he's pointing. Yeah. Harley's smiling. She's having a good old time. Yeah. Is there any news from Chad at Tweeterhead as to when the amazing Skeletor busts are coming out? I don't know a release date. I know in talking with Chad, that piece has sold incredibly well. They have been so happy with that piece and how well those Masters of the Universe pieces have been doing. Which is great for Masters of the Universe collectors, meaning they're going to do more. And so that's very exciting. So I would imagine, I don't know what the release date was, but again, Tweeterhead is trying really hard to get stuff out quickly. I know Chad has been very, very frustrated with shipping because, he wanted to get stuff really quick for you guys, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about that.
So he includes a updated shipping schedule with each newsletter. Newsletter comes out once a month. So check your most recent newsletter. And I don't know how up to date it is, but that'll give you an idea.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be sooner than later.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just going to kind of skip down a little bit, kind of try to get caught up. Sorry if I miss your messages, guys. I was only going to go for an hour, so we'll go a little bit longer and then we'll call it good. I don't know how long you have with me, Jeff, but
yeah. It's whatever.
Let's see. Yeah, the Loki bust is good. Is it true that Tweeterhead is slightly modifying their new Batman sculpt? I believe Chad did say that they were tweaking some things. I have not seen a recent render at all. I was privy to see some other renders of some things, and again, everybody's going to freak out when they see those. But Batman, I have not seen. So I'm anxious to see him too. I think it'll be really cool. And I'm positive he'll be in quarter scale as well. So that's exciting to get a new quarter scale Batman.
Yeah.
Nathan Chaffman, this guy would know because he again collects all these. Scarecrow will be the lowest. I'm assuming he's ES. So
I'm sure.
Yeah. Scarecrow is under 400 pieces. Yeah, I think it was like maybe 350 or something like that.
Okay.
Are you guys getting the black version of the Prime 1 Dark Knight on a gargoyle? I can't wait to see that one. Are you talking about the Batman one, like the Robert Pattinson? Oh, or is he talking about the Ben Affleck one? I don't know which one he's talking about, but
I'm not sure either.
I'm assuming you're talking, since you're getting one, I'm assuming you're talking about the new movie one. And I do love it. I don't know if I have space for it. If I do, I'm going to get it, but otherwise I don't know. I do love it though. Specifically for the Jim Lee heads. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a neat concept. Tweeterhead John Stewart is amazing. You're getting that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I got him on order.
Yeah. Did you see Art Statue Collector's unboxing of Thanos? That was the craziest damn thing I've ever seen. Like it's like literally giant crates of craziness. So, but I mean, if you've seen Art's collection room that he's building, he's going to be able to accommodate that. No problem.
Yeah.
Yay. Finally caught a live show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Again, just impromptu show tonight.
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, got a little spam there. Let's see. I'm expecting Tila will be my first pre-order this year to arrive. Great piece. Yeah. Again, lots of great He-Man pieces. Let's see. Well, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up? I went way longer than I was going to, but
nope, don't think so. Nice to hang out though.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to hang out. And again, thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. And again, I'm not exactly sure when Rogues will be. It'll either be next week or the week after. Hopefully it'll either be next weekend or the week after. We'll kind of wait and see. There's a good possibility it'll be an auction show. Again, I just want the whole group, so we have some variety. I don't want it to be 4 of us and twiddling our thumbs like, oh, I've got this mouse I can sell. Here's a lovely paper poison ivy umbrella. I bet this probably goes for a lot. It's very rare.
It's good on rainy days.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching again. Stay tuned. We'll also do that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. We just got a super chat. Let me make sure I highlight them. David, $1.99 super chat. Any thoughts on the Weta Black Superman? I think everything Weta is doing is fantastic. The likeness has been incredible. I think the Jared Leto one looked great. I don't know. I know you know more about Weta than I do, but I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing so far.
They're a little late doing the full reveal on the Nightmare Batman. That was supposed to be January.
Yeah.
So I'm anxiously waiting for that. I think the black suit Superman looks really good, but I'm getting a little tired of the black suit.
Yeah.
Queen Studios is putting out several black suit Supermans, but they're not putting out any of the classic suit.
I think it's just the likeness. I think they must have gotten a pretty good deal on the Snyder cut, because it's it's kind of a niche thing.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm right there with you. I think it's nice that they're offering it for collectors that want it, but at the same time, it'd be nice if they did a variant. Maybe that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah. Because there really isn't a good Cavill likeness in any scale. Yeah.
David, thank you very much for the super chat. Russell says, "Go Bengals." I think I'm going to root for the Bengals too. I got to root for the AFC. If the Chiefs are going to get beat, we might as well get beat by them. So we'll see by the champs. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm excited for the Super Bowl tomorrow. It's Rams, Bengals. If you're in the United States, also hope I've been really enjoying the Olympics. Hope everybody else is. If you're interested in that, we've been watching that every night. So anyway, thanks everybody again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for the well wishes. Again, thanks to Jeff for tuning in with me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
And again, we'll be back with another impromptu show, I'm sure soon. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Happy Saturday night. Happy weekend. Stay safe and continue to be good to each other out there. It means a lot to me. And we'll see you real soon right here in the Batcave and Secret Sanctuary. Bye, everybody.